Hi everyone, happy Monday. I'm Kaitlin Milliken from Innovation Leader. I'm joined by Alex Slawsby, the CEO of Derisk, and Rob Hoehn, the CEO of IdeaScale. And we're here to talk about some of the most important pieces of innovation news that you need to kick off your week. Rob, why don't you get us started with item number one?
Everyone is still talking about NFTs, and I think they're actually really fascinating. I think what's missing in the conversation, guys, is just that this is a first commercial application of smart contracts, right? Most people, when they think about blockchain, they think about currencies, right? Like buying and selling a fungible token. But this is an example of bringing, essentially using the blockchain to bring smart contracts to the masses. Now, granted, it's kind of funny because people are trading like crypto kitties and things that seem a little silly, but creating a token that's non-fungible and using the blockchain to define ownership, I think is a really cool application. And for me, look, innovation is bringing things to market, right? And we've been hearing about the smart contract concept on Ethereum. I think it was approved in 2018. But we're finally seeing it being used in a way where people can define ownership of digital assets. So I think it's actually really exciting.
Yeah, I thought that's a great point, and it's a great topic you raised. I wanted to briefly mention, so last week, Intel announced its IDM, Integrated Device Manufacturer 2.0 strategy. And here's what it means, and here's why it's interesting on a few levels. So Intel is an integrated device manufacturer. It designs the processors, designs its chips, and then manufactures them all together. A number of Intel's main competitors, AMD, for example, and now Apple, they outsource the manufacturing to companies like TSMC in Taiwan, who run these foundries that actually do the chip manufacturing. And if you're on the cutting edge of chip manufacturing, the process is really in the leading edge. You can produce chips that are high performers, but also consume a lot less energy and generate less heat than the chips before them. That used to be really a story for mobile, but it's important now for laptop manufacturers, desktop manufacturers, and servers and server farms. So energy efficiency, heat efficiency, those are really key. Intel's been a little bit behind. So AMD and Apple are enjoying the benefits of TSMC's leading edge foundries. Intel's going to invest a lot to get there. It's two different strategies, sort of the Intel integrated strategy versus the AMD and Apple more modular strategy. And a lot of industries tend to go modular after having started integrated because it's faster to market, lower cost. You can develop standards that others can participate in. So it's going to really be interesting to see where Intel goes and if these decisions are more aligned with Intel's identity and where Intel has been more so than maybe where the industry's headed.
Thanks, Alex. We'll be sure to keep an eye on Intel as the story develops. Today, I want to talk about WeWork, which is back in the news despite so many folks continuing to work from home. WeWork announced last week that it's going public through a SPAC. We all know WeWork as this unicorn company that once had a $47 billion valuation and backing from SoftBank. Today, the company is only valued at $9 billion. This is the company's second attempt at an IPO. The first try was in 2019. The company branded itself as the We Company, which included both its office space offering and the educational arm that it had and the apartments that it was renting at the time. That IPO called into question a lot of the company's governance. It led to layoffs. The CEO and founder, Adam Neumann, stepped down, making way for new leadership. Today, the SPAC is focused on the office space offering and that initial vision. This is a really interesting case study in disruption. It shows that not every company is posed to disrupt every area and every industry. It's important to pick your transformational and H3 bets smartly before you invest a lot of money in them. To top it all off, it shows that innovation goes beyond fancy decorations, snack carts, and cold brew on tap, some of the things that WeWork offices are known for. Innovation theater that looks pretty is still innovation theater, and it's good to keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Alex and Rob, for all of your insights today and for sharing the news. We're so glad to have you. 2 quick announcements before you go. Innovation Leader is the media partner for the Frontier Conference on April 13th and 14th, which focuses on innovation and emerging technologies. Be sure to get a ticket and to join that event. Our team is also hosting a webcast on April 8th, which is focused on what big corporates can learn from startups when it comes to new venture failure. You won't want to miss it. Be sure to join us for both of those events, and thank you so much for watching.